To solve the problem, you have to know what the problem is. Find out how to know the problem in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer.
I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.
I thought my third grade teacher's handwriting was horrible. I couldn't read anything she wrote on the chalkboard. Our school had installed new green chalkboards, a dramatic change from the old blackboards. The writing didn't appear as brightly on this new army green color. The teacher seemed to be using inferior chalk, which was a serious problem in the third grade if I was going to learn my multiplication tables accurately. I might go into adulthood thinking that 4 times 6 was 28. I told my mom all my concerns about the inferior chalk, the green chalkboards, and my teacher's inferior writing skills. She took me to the optometrist, and I got glasses. The problem wasn't the teacher, the chalkboard, or the chalk. The problem was I couldn't see. Numbers chapter 21 describes an incident when God sent snakes into the camp of the Israelites. This would have gotten my attention. It got the attention of the people of Israel as well. Numbers chapter 21 records the story beginning in verse 6. Then the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, so that many people of Israel died. And the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he take away the serpents from us." So Moses prayed for the people. God sent snakes among the people to bring them to a recognition of just how serious the nation's rebellion was. Once again, they had turned from God. Had they followed that strategy, they would have all died in the desert. They would not have food, water, or leadership. Without God, they'd have nothing, whether they returned to Egypt, entered Canaan, or stayed where they were. The people of Israel realized their mistake and their need for God's presence. Too bad it took snakes to help them recognize it, but they did what they needed to do. They turned to God for help. Moses immediately began to pray for the nation, and God provided for their current need and set the stage for healing all of our needs. God told Moses to create a brass serpent and place it on a pole that anyone in the camp could see. It's recorded in verse 8 of Numbers chapter 21. And the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a pole, and everyone who is bitten, when he sees it, shall live." So Moses made a bronze serpent and set it on a pole, and if a serpent bit anyone, he would look at the bronze serpent and live. This was more than just teaching the recalcitrant people a lesson. God provided a lesson for us as well. Jesus connects the dots for us to understand in John chapter 3, beginning with verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whoever believes in him may have eternal life. To fix our problem, we have to know what the problem is. We are separated from God because of our sin. We can't fix that on our own. God has done what we could not do. Jesus provided the sacrifice that frees us from our sin. That's what the cross does for us. Jesus has solved our problem through his death and resurrection. Look to Jesus, because now you're 5 minutes closer.
My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.